Hi everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Legal Technical Sense. Today I will be talking about something that is very close to my heart. People who know me know that I talk about this a lot. It is constantly on my lips and it is a conversation that I think as society we need to always have, because it affects each and every one of us, whether directly or indirectly. You probably already know what I'm about to talk about because you saw it in the topic section. It is sexual crimes. It is a very deep conversation. It is very sensitive, but it needs to be had. This conversation needs to be had. So on that note, let's get right into it. The rate of sexual violence in South Africa is one of the highest in the world. I'm not even sure if you guys know this. And just in 2018 and 2019 alone, the police reported a total of 41,583 rape cases in South Africa. That means that on an average, the police reported 114 cases per day. Per day. And this cannot even be taken as an exact amount of the rape incidences that are happening in South Africa, because as we all know, not a lot of people report these cases because of fear of how they will be received in society, and just basically because of how the police continue to inadequately handle rape cases. This is statistics that I'm giving you just to let you know how high rape incidences are in South Africa. It is getting out of hand. This is 2020 and we still see an increase. The South African legal definition for rape is quite broad, and I personally like that. It includes the vaginal, anal, and oral penetration of a person with a genital organ. It includes the vaginal and anal penetration of a person with an object, and it also includes the oral penetration of a person with the genital organs of an animal. Now, this might sound really outrageous to you, but the most ludicrous, the most outrageous thoughts that you can imagine is what women in South Africa and women all over the world are going through on a daily basis, and it needs to stop. The wildest part about it is that these statistics that I've given you are just for rape. And I know that rape is not a just issue. It is quite serious. But rape forms a part of a bigger umbrella, which is sexual crimes. Sexual crimes includes rape, like I mentioned, molestation, assault, child pornography, child prostitution. The list goes on and on and on and on. And it needs to be brought to an end. Now, we can do that. We really can do that. I believe in society that we can bring this to a stop. We can do this by enforcing stricter laws. We can do this by getting law enforcement officers to take reported cases more seriously. And we can just do it by stopping. Just stop. Just don't rape. Just ask for consent before getting into a sexual interaction with someone else. Whether you're a woman or a man, you ask for consent. It's really that simple. I promise you, it's not that hard at all. Every day we get on social media and we are told of ways to protect ourselves. It's thrown in our faces all the time. We are told to not stay out late. We are told to dress more conservatively. We are told not to put ourselves, hey guys, we are told not to put ourselves in compromising situations. We are told to carry tasers. We are told to tell our friends where we are. We should carry pepper spray. The list is exhaustive. And I know this might have helped somebody. It could have saved someone's life, and we are grateful for these tips. The thing is that by observing how sexual crimes and femicide rates keep increasing and continuously keep increasing, we can conclude that these are not enough. There is not enough that you can do to protect yourself from someone who is trying to take advantage of you. So today I will be discussing the steps that you can take after you have found yourself in the unfortunate situation of being a victim to a sexual crime. The first thing I need you to know is that it is not your fault. It is really, really not your fault. And I know this is easier said than done. In the moment, you will be replaying the scenario over and over and over again. And it starts becoming distorted, and you might see things that you couldn't have done. And I am here to tell you today that there is nothing, absolutely nothing you could have done or couldn't have done that warranties you being in a situation where you are a victim of a sexual crime. It is not your fault. It is never, ever, ever the victim's fault. The reason why you are here and where you are is because someone thought that they had more control over your body. They thought that they had more control and more power over something that is yours to give and take. It is not your fault. It is theirs. And I am so sorry. I am so sorry if you have gone through this before and you have been victim blamed and people have told you what you should have done and shouldn't have done. There is nothing you could have done. It is because someone else thought that they are stronger than you and they deserve what is yours. It is not your fault. I am here to tell you that today, and I am sorry that you have gone through what you have gone through, or you are currently going through what you're going through. I am so, so sorry. The next thing I need you to do if you find yourself in a situation of immediate rape or sexual assault is not to bath. And I know, like I said, this is easier said than done. You might find yourself in a situation where you feel dirty and you just want to take off this person's stains and smells off you. And it might be the first thing that you really, really want to do. I'm advising you today not to do that. Please take yourself as you are with everything that you have and go straight to the clinic and the hospital and get yourself a rape kit. It is really, really important. And I know that it is an intrusive and a sensitive process, especially after what you have just gone through. But the way the justice system is set up, it might be the only thing that could help your case. It is also important to go to the hospital to test for sexually transmitted diseases or pregnancy, and to prevent them, not just to test them, because I know that they give you a plan B and they give you other medications to prevent yourself from getting HIV or other sexual transmitted diseases and getting pregnant. I've also been advised that while you're going through the rape, although this is horrible and it is not the best scenario and things to think of while you're going through rape and a sexual assault, is to gather evidence such as scratching the person to get their DNA under your nails or grabbing a piece of hair. These things could really, 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 really assist your case. The next thing I need you to do is to go to a safe space and speak to someone. This is the worst time to be alone and in your head. I promise you, you do not want to be isolated and in your head. Speak to someone. And sometimes that person might not even be your parents. Some of us have parents that make statements that allude to victim blaming. And so you might not feel comfortable enough to confide in them. That's fine. That's totally okay. Speak to a friend. Speak to a lecturer. Speak to someone you trust. Speak to a boyfriend if he's not the one that committed the act. Speak to a random stranger if you have to. Speak to someone. Please, I beg you, do not be isolated in this time. It is a tough time and you will need someone to be your strength. When you are ready, I will advise you to please go to the police station and open up a case and ask for a criminal investigation to begin. Okay, I've heard of cases where people went to the police and they were turned around and denied a case, and I'm here to tell you that that is wrong. It is illegal and it is a gross misconduct on the police officer's part. It is so wrong. I cannot even emphasize how wrong it is. It is their legal duty to hear you out, open up a case and investigate. Okay, it is their legal duty, and they might open up a case and later on decide that there's not enough evidence. But what they cannot do is turn you around and tell you that they don't want to, or try to ridicule you or discourage you from opening a case. This is the reason why so many women do not report these cases, because police officers sit in their offices and discourage people and ridicule them and mock them. It is wrong. It needs to be put to an end. It is not their duty to tell you that you shouldn't open a case. How dare they do that? You should. I am here to tell you today that you should. Nobody should ever get away with violating another person. In addition to what I previously stated, if you do know the perpetrators of the crime, you're familiar with the person, you can apply for a protection order, and you will be given an interim, which is like a temporary protection order. This will serve to just keep the accused away from you for the duration of time stipulated in the protection order. This is usually the time where the case is being investigated or the time where a trial is being taken place. It just temporarily protects you from the person that has done this horrible thing to you. Last but not least, I will advise you to get professional help. I know I mentioned earlier that you should speak to someone you trust, but that is not enough. You need professional help to get through the trauma and to, in the long run, help you heal. There's a lot of people that provide the services. There are social workers, therapists, if you can afford them. Crisis hotlines are always willing to sit down and listen to you. There are also a lot of organizations that provide services to women that have gone through such horrible incidences. And I will probably, most probably, actually, I will be linking their contact details in the description box. Please, 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 if you have gone through this and you have not sought help, please, please, please follow the description box and seek help. You might be thinking that, no, I'm okay, and that might even be the case, but most of the time it is not the case. You need to talk to someone that can professionally help you deal with trauma. So please, I'm advising you, please do seek help. Thank you guys so much for watching my video and getting to this point. Please note that the steps I provided are definitely not exhaustive, and if I did forget anything or you remember anything, please note it down in the comment section, and it could help somebody out there. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. You know what to do. I'm waiting for you. Please like, please subscribe. I'm waiting. Sis, bro. Thank you guys so much again. One more time, it's like the longest conclusion I've ever done. Remember that the Lord is your shield and He is your protector. And please stay safe during this time of Corona. I hope to see you guys on the flip side.